The past and future collide in Terminator 2D No Fate, a 2D side-scrolling arcade action game that brings explosive battles, relentless machines, and humanity's last hope together in a fight for survival. Take control of Sarah Connor, her son John, and their protector, the Terminator, as you fight through 15 adrenaline-pumping levels in story mode. Battle through iconic locations from the movie, such as the Steel Mill, Corral Bar, and Pescadero State Hospital, while playing through some of the best action set pieces ever brought to the screen. Experience unseen battles only previously dreamed of as you step into the shoes of John Connor, leading the fight in the future, and Sarah Connor, as you witness just how far she's willing to go to stop Judgment Day. The battle for tomorrow has begun. Terminator 2D No Fate brings classic arcade gameplay to your screens with lightning-fast run-and-gun action, nerve-wracking stealth, intense driving, and heart-pounding boss battles brought to life through beautiful 2D sprite work. Supplies are scarce, so you will need to scour levels for hidden items, checkpoints, and bonus weapons. Grapple with enemies, take cover when under assault, and use the weapons of the enemy against them by returning them to cinder. In classic arcade style, each level has its own ranking system with unique criteria depending on the mission. Some require the deft touch of stealth, others the raw power of a 90s action hero. Strategize on how to survive each scenario in the most efficient way possible to reign supreme on your high score table. Play the game your way, with multiple difficulty modes, the ability to rebind controls, and the option to use a classic CRT filter. Story mode is only the beginning of your fight. Many bonus modes can be unlocked, including a brutal boss rush mode that will test your mettle, Infinite mode, where you must face unrelenting waves of foes, Arcade mode, which streamlines the game into the perfect combination of the adrenaline junkie goodness of the movie and the challenge of a classic arcade machine. Mother of the Future is a great choice for speedrunners, allowing players to experience Sarah's fight from start to finish in a thrilling race against the clock. And if you need a bit of practice, you can replay levels in level training. Use it to perfect the task set before you so you can shoot for that perfect run. Sarah, the Terminator, John, all three will make their stand against Skynet. Will you stand with them? Terminator 2D No Fate, coming to your screen October 31st.
Do you remember when you first met him?
Met. I can't say I ever met him. It's more like he burst in like a hurricane.
Oh, like last week when the roofs across the street got blown away?
I was certainly blown away. I remember thinking he was the first beautiful person I had ever seen in my life.
What? That old man?
Actually, he was in his early 30s then.
That's what I said. An old man.
Well, for an old man, he sure was full of life. And inventive. He had a lot of dreams. And it turned out I had dreams of my own. He got greedy. And I realized I needed to be greedy sometimes too. He could be cruel. And
Isn't it bad to be greedy?
And he'd never shut up about that stupid treasure. He kept studying his maps, poring over his notes, over and over and over again.
What's wrong with treasures?
He may be an old man to you, but when he was blabbering on about treasure, I saw a boy.
What's wrong with boys?
Was I not a fool for believing a boy?
Maybe he was just gonna...
I said, was I not a fool for believing a boy?
I don't know, Mom. I guess if the treasure...
Can't you hear what I am telling you? He dreamed of nonsense. He was greedy for nonsense. He was cruel because of nonsense. He filled my head with nonsense, and I believed in nonsense. And one day...
Mom, if you don't want...
And one day he will come back and pay for everything. Do you understand me? Or not?
Mom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Mom, I'm sorry. You're right, Mom. You're right. Mom, can you hear me?
Okay, vague and unsettling. Good start. I was here with my friend Lou. You know where she is? I didn't think we'd actually summon anything. It was a joke, a dare, mostly.
You called out to him, Eleanor, and he listened. That carries a weight, a cost. The ones that dwell here, they noticed her, as they will notice you. They do not see, but they hear the panic in a heartbeat.
Fine, I'll bite. But if I die in there, I am haunting you.
If you die in there, perhaps we'll meet again, under different circumstances.
Hi, my name is Dominic, co-founder and art director at Sluggerfly, and I'm here to give you a look at some Super Meat Boy 3D gameplay. We are incredibly honored to be working on this project. The original Super Meat Boy is such an important game, not just for us as indie developers, but for the entire platforming genre. After having developed multiple well-received 3D platformer games, we are channeling everything we've learned into making this our best work yet. For Super Meat Boy 3D, our goal is to capture the speed, flow and intensity the series is known for, and bring all of that into a new dimension. We've worked closely with Team Meat, the original creators of the game, to make sure Meat Boy feels just right in 3D. His movement, responsiveness and momentum are key to getting that authentic Meat Boy feel. One of the core mechanics of the franchise is wall movement, especially vertical wall jumps. It's a big part of what makes the level design so dynamic. Translating that into 3D meant we had to evolve the system, and one of the biggest additions is dynamic horizontal wall running. This lets us fully embrace 3D level design. You won't just go left to right, you'll move in every direction. You can now seamlessly combine vertical and horizontal wall moves, chaining them together for stylish, high-speed traversal. We've also added an in-air dash, which gives players more control and speed. It allows for sharper movement, easier wall grabs and faster flow through levels. The game starts off accessible, but it doesn't take long before things get tough as nails. Reaching the end will, for most players, be doable with some dedication. But if you're a completionist aiming to conquer every timing challenge, find every collectible and get all the achievements, expect a serious test of skill. Thanks for watching. We can't wait for you to get your hands on Super Meat Boy 3D and are looking forward to seeing you rage quit.
Have you heard? Tales of a legendary side-scrolling action game that once drove arcades into a frenzy? The series that enthralled countless gamers. Its spirit lives on today. Double Dragon Revive! A new story springs into action in the world of the original Double Dragon. Feel the fusion of tradition and evolution in a true modern beat-em-up action experience. This game is set in a desolate world ravaged by nuclear war. Our heroes Billy and Jimmy learn that their childhood friend Marion has been kidnapped by the Shadow Warriors gang. To rescue her, the twin dragons rise once more. An homage to arcade classics, you complete stages to progress in this battle-focused action game. Players can choose from 4 characters. Repeated button presses perform dynamic combos to repel oncoming waves of enemies. You can grab enemies and pummel them, or throw them in your direction of choice. Slam them into groups of enemies, or even send them flying off the stage. Your attacks adapt to different situations. Near a wall, you can unleash a series of strikes. Smashing an opponent you've grabbed into the wall triggers a devastating follow-up. When you're surrounded, unleash a powerful hyper blow to wipe enemies out in one fell swoop. Aerial hyper blows gain different properties depending on your current altitude. You've got a wide arsenal of attacks at your disposal. Find the best option for your current character and situation. Each stage is packed with diverse gimmicks. Use the terrain and objects to outwit your foes. Some gimmicks are formidable enough to take down even the strongest enemies in a single blow. Each stage has unique gimmicks. Make the most of them. Weapon-based actions, a hallmark of the Double Dragon series, make their return. From knives, to tonfas, to hammers packing some serious punch, there's a wide variety of weapons. Some items can even be kicked and launched as projectiles. Whoa! An enemy's charging in, glowing blue. Time your attack just right, and you'll land a perfect counter. This is a critical assault. Landing one stuns the enemy, giving you the upper hand. Watch your foes closely to find an opening. Landing attacks on enemies builds up your Dragon Orb gauge. Use weapon attacks, stage gimmicks, or land a critical assault for bonus gauge boosts. Once it's charged up, you can unleash your finishing blow. Clear out nearby enemies and deal massive damage. One fierce enemy after another stands in the hero's way. It's not just about fighting. Your creativity and reflexes will be put to the test. Try out different strategies to find your own playstyle. Work your way up to a perfect clear. And what's more, no beat-em-up is complete without co-op play. Overcome tough stages together. This game features both online and offline co-op, of course. There's more to play beyond the story mode. Wreak some havoc with a friend. The gold standard that once defined an era is now reborn, revived. Double Dragon Revive. Releases October 23rd, 2025. Available in both physical and digital editions. Pre-orders open now. As a limited pre-order bonus, an exclusive minigame, Double Dragon Dodgeball. Team Solsetskin steps up to the plate in Dodgeball to rescue Marion. Pre-order a game to get a whole extra game? Don't miss this chance.